Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about Pokemon. More specifically, I want to talk about the main character in the anime, Ash Ketchum. Even more specifically, I want to talk about how terrible he is at doing his job, which is catching and training Pokemon. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon and I am a fan of the show, but I have noticed that there are some serious flaws with how Ash catches and trains Pokemon. So here's my list of 5 things that make Ash Ketchum a terrible trainer. Number 1. Butterfree. You remember that episode where Ash releases Butterfree so he can go breed with that piece of pink Pokemon tail, don't you? If you do, you remember how hard it was for him to actually let Butterfree go. We even had that whole montage about how he caught him by tossing a Pokeball at a Pokemon with full health. Stupid. How he evolved him into Butterfree by letting Metapod be captured by a bunch of Beedrill and then whine and bitch about how pathetic a trainer he is to gain the sympathy of a Pokemon he had left to die, and then release him like 6 episodes later. Butterfree, we hardly knew thee, but we could've, which brings me to my point. Ash never went back for Butterfree. Here's the thing about mating seasons. They end. If Ash really did care so much for the first Pokemon he ever caught, he would have gone back for him. You think that Pink Butterfree's trainer didn't go back for it? I bet you all the Pokecoins in the world that she did. But who knows, maybe if Ash's Butterfree would have been green or red, he would have cared enough to go back for it. Reason number 2. Let's be honest, Ash doesn't catch a lot of Pokemon. In fact, he catches a lot fewer Pokemon than he actually gets the chance to. But some of the Pokemon he catches are actually pretty damn powerful. For example, Ash's Tauros defeated Drake's Venusaur and helped out take down his Dragonite in the Orange League Championship match. He then defeated a previously undefeated Tauros at a Pokemon swap meet. He even fought Salon Maiden Annabelle's Metagross to a draw. Now, why is this beefy powerhouse not a key member of Ash's team? Because he's not cute and cuddly enough. Ash reserves his 6 spots for starter Pokemon and Pikachu, regardless of how powerful his other Pokemon are. I mean hell, who needs an undefeated Kingler, a relentless Tauros, and a Muk that can fight Gary's Blastoise to a standstill when you can have cute Pokemon like Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Totodile who refuse to evolve? Reason number 3. Ash often has trouble winning his matches. When he wins, it's usually by the skin of his teeth. Ever wondered why? Well, don't worry your pretty little head about it, I'm here to tell you. Ash leaves some of his best Pokemon behind. Time and time again, Ash leaves behind Pokemon because he feels he's not a good enough trainer to train them, or he thinks they belong somewhere else. Remember Ash's Pidgeotto? When it evolved into Pidgeot, it became one of the most powerful Pokemon Ash had ever had. What does Ash do? He leaves them behind to protect other Pidgey, effectively halting their evolutionary process because they never find themselves in a situation where they have to grow stronger to defend themselves. Then there's Ash's Primeape. Primeape proved its strength when it won the P1 Fighting Pokemon Tournament. How does Ash reward Primeape its championship title? He gives it away to another guy instead of taking it with him so it can gain experience fighting different types of Pokemon. Who do you think stands a better chance at a tournament? A Primeape who always fights other fighting types, or a Primeape that can hold its own against ground types, rock types, flying types, and dragon types? My guess? The latter. Ash's Squirtle left his friends in the Squirtle Squad to join him on his adventure. Squirtle loved Ash and often brought him victories in matches it really shouldn't have been able to win. The little guy's strength and stubbornness was unmatched by any Pokemon it fought. Yet, when Ash and Co reunite with the Squirtle Squad, Ash tells Squirtle to go back with them. Some thinks those are Charizard, the big bad flying lizard. How many victories has this giant fire-breathing badass brought Ash? The answer? A lot. It became abundantly clear right off the bat that Ash wasn't a good enough trainer to train Charizard. Ash knew it and Charizard knew it. Instead of trying to work on their relationship and actually do his job, Ash was too afraid of Charizard and just kept him in his Pokeball. So of course he ends up leaving Charizard behind to get trained by another person. But it's cool, he came back to him when he knew how to obey. Number 4. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, Ash really sucks at training his Pokemon. And I'm not even talking about the Charizard disaster, I mean he doesn't train any Pokemon at all. Alright, that's not entirely true. From time to time, a single Pokemon gets special training to win a match it had previously lost. For example, Pikachu learned to use speed techniques to win Raichu, and Cyndaquil learned how to activate his Fire faster to defeat Skarmory. But one day out of the entire time Ash has his Pokemon just isn't going to cut it. It's no wonder they never evolve and have a hard time winning matches. The only time Ash takes them out is if they have to defeat a gym leader or blast Team Rocket off again. And we all know how easy that is. Maybe you disagree with me and say something like, "He's 10 years old, give the guy a break." To that I say, bah! There are plenty of trainers in the Pokemon world the same age as Ash and still know how to properly train their Pokemon. Remember AJ, the kid who had his own unofficial Pokemon gym with his Sandshrew? Now that kid knew how to train his Pokemon. I would have liked to see an entire season of Pokemon with AJ as the main character. Ash really could have learned a thing or two from him. Reason number 5. Team Rocket forever plagues Ash in hopes of one day stealing his Pikachu. Of course, we can't blame poor Ash that 2 grown people and their talking Meowth want to steal something from him. However, we can't blame him for not realizing how easy it would be to get rid of them. Think back to the time where Team Rocket first grew interested in Pikachu. In the Viridian City Pokemon Center, Ash uses a bicycle to power up Pikachu's electric move. Just go with it. This got Team Rocket to believe that Pikachu was in fact a super mega Pikachu that they absolutely had to capture no matter what. I guess they didn't know that Pokemon grow stronger the more experience they get. What Ash should have done during their first encounter was explain to them that Pikachu really wasn't as strong as they thought. Given how low the collective Team Rocket IQ is, it really shouldn't have been that hard to convince them that the electric mouse they wanted to catch wasn't as powerful as they thought, and they would have better chance at catching any other Pokemon. Then again, maybe he enjoys being tailed by 2 mentally challenged people who feel compelled to reveal their identity every time they hear the word trouble. As you can see, our hero isn't as fantastic as you would like to believe. But hopefully, with hard work and dedication, Ash can become the protagonist we want him to be. If Ash actually starts training their Pokemon, stops leaving them behind like yesterday's garbage, and learns the beauty of evolution, there may be hope for him yet. I mean, the way he is now, it just makes me wonder if 10 years old is too young to go out with monsters and fight other monsters. If you happen to have liked this video, feel free to toss me a like, and if you happen to have liked me, feel free to toss me a subscribe. Bye now!